Google Instant. Tastes as good as the original, but at half the speed. Now, I don't know if everybody realised what was going on there, but on every keystroke, the results were changing. We released that last month in the US, and anybody who's logged into their Google account and does a search, they'll see Google Instant. Now, just think about what's going on in the background there. It's absolutely a phenomenon, procedure that goes on with all our server systems, delivering that information back to your computer screen at the touch of a button. If you go back to how Google was pre-Google Instant, it was the blink of an eye. Now it's the touch of a keystroke. So things are changing all the time. Now, if everybody globally uses Instant, we'll save 350 million hours of search time every year, giving users and your staff time to do a bit more work. Pretty amazing idea. Anyway, now when you think about the history of marketing ideas and the speed of change, we're actually quite a conservative bunch. The change, unless forced upon us, tends to be incremental. Historically, ideas were TV-centric. Hard to conceive of an idea without thinking of how it's going to look. Once this TV idea was in place, then it was easy to spin off into radio, print, outdoor, cinema, etc. No. Somebody's phone going down there. In the noughties, this evolved to talk about the media-neutral marketing idea. There we go. An idea that was not grounded in any media, but that could spin out of TV, digital, PR, print, etc. equally well. Much better, but it still had a concrete media execution at its heart. It's hard to imagine an idea without placing it somehow. But technology has changed that. Because digital is not really media, it's just the real world. Now we have to end the seduction of new or digital media as a placement and just understand what's available and appropriate to deliver better marketing and better connections. Digital is interactive and allows media to do what's not been done before. Traditionally, marketing disciplines of problem, insight, strategy, ideas, expression, delivery, and measurement are very much the same as today. But digital plays its part by building better, more intimate connections with the consumer at phenomenal speeds. And let's not forget what the actual prize is here. Nearly 2 billion people online with access to a PC. Internet access via mobile is skyrocketing beyond 5 million, beyond 5 billion mobile subscribers worldwide. This slide's already out of date, and I only did it last week. By 2015, mobiles are predicted to be the main mode of web access globally. And we're seeing over 4 billion searches per day worldwide. Knowledge is universal. So, with this phenomenal access to information and consumers, I'd like to share with you the 4 Bs we think are essential for modern marketing in the zettabyte age. Be social, be mobile, be commercial, and be greater with data. Now, the internet is social. It's not just a place for research. It's a central hub for communicating and socialising, creating and sharing, and now accounts for 1/4 of all UK time online. And it has to be part of every marketer's toolbox, whoever the company is. It truly opens up the value of connections. In historical terms, it's the water cooler moment in real time on steroids. It's not just an exaggeration to say that for many, the internet has become like a best friend. 52 minutes spent online daily, 800 million visitors to social networking sites. Facebook alone now has over 500 million unique users, and half of them access the site on a daily basis. Twitter has around 80 million unique users, and the stat I find most interesting is that 20% of tweets, or roughly 83 messages per second, contain a reference to a product or a brand. The internet provides this creative playground and the power to emotionally engage with millions. 52% of European businesses in the Fortune Global 100 have a YouTube account. 52% have a Facebook fan page, and 71% use Twitter. It allows us to reframe our thinking about creating brilliant new ideas. And I think we've heard quite a bit about that today from Tom. And it builds a real buzz around a brand. For example, the buzz created around these three brands was enormous. Did anyone see the Old Spice campaign? Okay, for those who didn't, Old Spice launched a campaign that began in late February 2010 with a TV ad that went viral. Total views, more than 110 million, including 40 million for the response videos, in which they spent a few days mid-July recording more than 180 personalised responses to tweets and the YouTube channel. Over the 3 months to July, Old Spice body wash sales jumped 55% in the US, and in July alone, it jumped 107%. Kit Kat now have 1 million fans on Facebook, following in the success of another online page, following in the success of other online pages such as the Cadbury's Whisper. And if you haven't seen the Kit Kat Roulette campaign, it's very simple, brand relevant and personal. Now, my favourite is for Tipp-Ex. Does everyone remember Tipp-Ex? Now, this goes back to some of the presentations I've seen today. Tom and Simon both talking about, social being about as much about engagement as anything else. You can get your return on investment, like the Old Spice campaign. So you should be forgiven for thinking that social media means Facebook, but the whole internet is actually social. One area that continues to expand is the explosion in rich media content online. It's not about viral, but social engagement. Unengaging content doesn't get shared, so don't think you can force viral. We see 25 hours of video being uploaded to YouTube every minute of every day. Globally, 2 billion videos are streamed on YouTube every day, allowing creative thinkers to upload and engage with their consumers. In August, YouTube traffic hit nearly 18 million unique users in the UK. And the hard fact of life here is that if you don't, then somebody else will on your behalf. So be engaged. How many people here have actually uploaded their content for their company onto YouTube? Okay, a few of you. Clever. Good. I recommend everybody to do it. If you have any video content, then upload it onto YouTube. We go out and we speak to a lot of major clients and we talk to them about the power of YouTube. And we sit there and we just type in their company name into YouTube and see what comes up. And it's quite scary sometimes. So what we say is try and take control of your brand territory back on YouTube. Upload your video content and you'll be seen there when people start searching for your company. So my second B, have I mentioned mobile today? My second B is mobile. Now, the mobile phone itself is a phenomenon, and at Google, we now have a mobile-first strategy. Everything we do has to have mobile at the heart of it. The mobile has very quickly become the most important device that any of us own. Three quarters can't leave home without it, and 42% sleep with theirs. And the scariest one, which I've not put in this presentation, is 10% of under 25s text while having sex. Don't know. I know, exactly. Yeah. I used to just think of Arsenal. Now, it took 20 years for the first billion mobile phones to be sold. It took 4 years for the second billion, 2 years for the third, and less than a year for the fourth billion. And as I keep saying, we've just passed the 5 billion. By 2015, they're expecting 10 billion phones to be out there worldwide. It's literally a supercomputer in your pocket, which is hugely liberating. The number of functions a mobile device performs is ever increasing. It's already killing off the landline, the alarm clock, personal music player, the road atlas, sat-nav. It really is the modern-day Swiss Army knife. And you can also use it to make phone calls, which is pretty cool. Half of all internet connections are now mobile. By 2013, smartphones will overtake PC sales. And not surprising, mobile search traffic on Google has gone up 500% in the last 2 years. As businesses, you have to be careful how you include yourselves in this relationship. Never before has an advertising platform been so personal. But one way to start is to start local. 82% of internet users go online to source local information, and a third of all mobile searches have a local intent, allowing advertisers the ability to connect potential customers based on proximity. Now at Google, we're embracing this technology, and for some time we've offered natural search results based on location. Now with the new product, Hyperlocal, we're starting to see compass pointers and distances within paid ads on mobile. And companies, distances within paid ads on mobile. So are companies moving fast enough to take advantage of this? Well, probably not much more than 5 years ago, the majority of CEOs and marketing directors didn't believe we'd be buying what we are buying online today. So the answer is probably no, we're not moving fast enough. As businesses, we're not keeping up with what's happening, and we're not keeping up with the consumer. M-commerce was worth about £500 million last year, and it's predicted to be nearer 3 billion by 2013. But what amazes us is that just 4 out of the top 20 most frequently visited retail websites are presently optimized for mobile, despite the fact that each month in the UK a staggering 4.2 million consumers are visiting retailers' websites using the mobile internet. So businesses have all got to get ready for this and start thinking smarter about their mobile strategy.